there's our first action shot. Hopefully it was to your liking. Hopefully the cuts were nice. If you have any ways to improve it, go ahead and tell me. But besides that, we have a couple of small climbs coming up to our major one. Should only be about 3 comfortable ascents that lead into the major one for this ride. Nothing too crazy. Thankfully, it's going to be at least a comfortable, fun ride. Finally attacking one of the hills that I promised I never would. And with this turn, we can see the hill that I wasn't looking forward to. Thankfully, we have plenty of experience going down this hill, so at least it's something to look forward to on the way back if we decide to turn around. But overall, I'd say the main goal was, as normal, to stay low to the ground, not stand up as much as possible, and stay in first, honestly.
Oh boy. Here it comes. It's not long, but she's a steep one.
Right about here, you can see that I was trying to get a little more speed on the approach, but I was afraid of taking it up into second or third because of getting stuck in higher gear going up. Initially, I was going to try and get some nice shots of going down and up this hill for action shots, but as soon as I got to the peak, good lord, every single vehicle and their mother wanted to be right there in the shot, so I wasn't able to really get anything good.
Was a dog driving that truck?
somehow managed to make the climb, and to answer that question past me, no, the dog was not driving the truck, it was just sitting on the driver's lap for some reason. So, now that the major hurdle is done, we've only got one more major ascent for this ride.
Okay.
One
gonna climb this
small
hill
hill after that that's going to
in
lead
third,
into
and I'm
just
gonna regret it.
a comfortable
It's gonna
downhill
suck,
that we're going to be able
but
to
we're gonna do it.
cruise straight back home into. will say, after watching all of this back, it does make me want to ride a lot faster. It feels very slow while I'm riding with a camera. And look, playing a deer. A wonderful Pennsylvania thing to worry about. Fun little story, I've only ever been hit by a deer once. While I was riding, at least. Those things love jumping out in front of you. They love trying to, well, beat you to the punch, I guess, would be the proper way of putting it. But I think my biggest goal for the next couple of weeks is to try and improve speed. Improve speed, endurance, and be able to tackle all these hills a little better. I've got an Ironman in about 5 months, so the plan is to be able to cut at least an hour and a half off of my previous Ironman time. The previous time was about 16 hours and 11 minutes. Nothing impressive, but that's because my nutrition was god-awful the whole time. And I did not do it properly in the beginning. So what I'm going to need to do is reformulate a strategy and work around my weaknesses. Right now, I'm not able to run as much, so I'll need to focus on that in the upcoming weeks. The swimming, I got that down. I can't wait to try and figure out a way to be able to handle that with a camera. And as we can see here, it's starting to get dark. I really appreciate this time of day. The camera doesn't really, but this is probably my favorite time of day to do any form of exercise, if I'm being honest. I've always appreciated dark and gloomy weather. I love the rain, I love clouds, I love nighttime. Those are my favorite times of day. Ironically enough, when there is no daytime to have. But we're going to make this turn, and then we're going to have a nice downhill to bring ourselves back in with. And with this ride coming to a close soon, our, I guess, 3rd week of recorded Ironman training is coming to a close. Again, the goal is to try and get get a lot faster. I want to be able to handle all these hills without standing up. Don't want to engage the quads too much, and we want to try and stay in zone 2 for a majority of it. Going to try and improve endurance as much as possible in these next few weeks with a mixture of brick workouts and a lot of swimming. So enjoy the rest of this ride. I'm looking forward to having you join me for the rest of the way. And if you have any methods of improvement that we could throw into these ride videos, make them more entertaining or interesting, if you would prefer a more technical side of things, describing what the plan is and how we're going to tackle it, then go ahead and say so. If you would prefer just me shutting up and being able to enjoy the sights more with longer form videos, then go ahead and say so. In the meantime, thank you for joining me for this ride, and I will see you all in the next one.